All right, all right. We are live. Welcome to Thursday Night Football. Live stream with the Chiefs versus the Broncos in Week 7 with game audio and score only. We got Joseph Marshall in the building. What's going on? He says, "Are you ready for some football? It's Thursday night." Doesn't sound as good as Monday night, though. I appreciate that, Joseph Marshall. I am totally ready for some football. We got a bad taste in our mouth and we got to get it out. So, let's see how Thursday night goes. Zach Zenner is a Saints now, says Joseph Marshall. Absolutely. I wish him well. The Doc has officially landed in New Orleans. Inhales. Boo. Hey, man. It's all good, man. Just take care of business and everything will be all right. I do like your guys' backup quarterback. Well, person who I think actually has stole the starting job in Kyle Allen. Zach Zenner is now an enemy. Oh, I would absolutely be mad if we traded Cam Newton to the Bears, Joseph Marshall. Because I definitely think he'd actually fit better with the Denver Broncos, real talk. Joseph Marshall says talk has been going around. Absolutely. I mean, they're going to all talk. Um, until technically a team pulls the trigger, it's going to be only talk. So it's going to be interesting. Joseph Marshall says Bengals, Titans, Buccaneers, Broncos, or the best team for Cam, in Pat McAfee's words, the Bears. I think they're going to still continue the Mitchell Trubisky era. So, you know, and rightfully so. I mean, you traded up for the man. You got to give him every opportunity. Yeah, but they still got a halfway decent backup. And Mitchell Trubisky is right on schedule to come back any day now. So it's not a dire need for them to trade for a quarterback. Joseph Marshall says, Kyle 4-0. Woohoo! Yeah, I mean, hey, he gave you guys life. 4-2 in bye week currently. Absolutely. Christian McCaffrey MVP, says Joseph Marshall. I can see it. I mean, he's one. I mean, Hey, they better get him a back brace because he's definitely carrying the team. Joseph Marshall also says, seems as though today will be a lonely chat day. Hey, you gotta tell your friends, man. Tell them, hey, come to Troxel Sports Talk because it's the spot to be at. Joseph Marshall says, great joke. Clap slowly. Joseph Marshall says, what friends? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, man, you gotta have some friends, man. And if not, you got me, brother. Not football fans. Oh, man. He's Joseph Marshall also says, yes, absolutely, man. You got a football friend and a real friend in me, man. Joseph Marshall says, you should check out this guy called Troxel Sports Talk. He does cool streams. He told me to invite friends. You think that the Chiefs are gonna win, Joseph? Cam to the Broncos would be the most dramatic story. I could see that. He says, yeah, Chiefs gonna win. I mean, did you see their injury report? That defense is done. And all the Broncos got to do is play man coverage and, what do you call it? And run that football. That's crazy. Joseph Marshall says 2011 draft first Cam, second Von Miller. That is crazy. And that could be on the same squad. It'd be like the Broncos got Cam and the Panthers never took him. Yeah. All right, Howie. He says the Broncos. Tony says the Chiefs. And Peter Schrager says Kansas City. Wow. 3-1 Kansas City Chiefs to the Denver Broncos. What's going up, A Trusty? Joseph Marshall says, I have to play the Broncos next year. Don't say that. If we didn't take Cam, we would never, or we would have taken Andy Dalton in the second round and Von Miller in the first round. That's crazy. Von Miller, Luke Kuechly, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, then Joe Smart says then we wouldn't have Kuechly. The horror. All I know is the Detroit Lions better bounce back on Sunday. Joseph Marshall says we wouldn't have taken first round linebacker back to back years. I mean, you never know. A Trusty says bring back Delhomme. I think Ndamukong Suh ended that man's career. Delhomme like 45. Joseph Marshall says 38-17 Chiefs. Wow, you're thinking that it's going to be a blowout. All right. Patty back in business.
Changed in the AFC West over the last couple of weeks. As you can see, the Kansas City Chiefs are still on top, but the Denver Broncos have won their last two. Kansas City's dropped their last two. So there's a lot on the line tonight for the Denver Broncos, to be sure. And Troy, when you talk about Denver,
yeah, I know he had kidney stones.
61-year-old first-time head coach Vic Fangio. He brings in new coordinators. It seems to have settled down. He wants to run the ball and hang his hat with his great defense.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was only going to be a matter of time before Vic Fangio got this defense going. In the early part of the season, they were struggling a little bit. They got off to the 0-4 start. The last 2 weeks, they have done an outstanding job of controlling the run. They've gotten people in the right places. They've gotten some injured players back, and certainly their ability to hold up and limit the big plays of Kansas City tonight is going to be the key to their success.
Yeah, and that's really it. I mean, you think about Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Tyreek Hill is now back. You think big plays. The problem for Kansas City lately has been their defense, namely their run defense.
Yeah, you know, they're limited on the offensive side of the ball. But we got Patrick Mahomes, who has the ankle, and they've not been hitting on all cylinders over the last couple of weeks. Defensively, they have not slowed anybody down with the running game. And everybody who comes in against the Chiefs, they want to keep that offense on the sidelines, control time of possession. That's what the last two teams have done, and they've been able to win. So Kansas City's going to have to come out and get it together and try to do it with a number of key injured players not playing tonight.
Funny you should bring that up. Both sidelines are covered. First, we go down to Aaron Andrews.
What a segue, guys. Yeah, I mean, everybody's dealing with injuries in the NFL, but the Chiefs are flat out banged up heading into this game. If you look at their inactives tonight, 2 2 starters missing on that offensive line, and that's big when you try to protect Patrick Mahomes. Of course, Sammy Watkins out.
Now for the Chiefs' ritual of using Andy Reid's mustache to check wind conditions for kickoff.
You mentioned earlier the ankle. Patrick Mahomes, he says it is not affected
That's hilarious.
his footwork, the mechanics, or Andy Reid's play calling. He said, look, everybody's banged up right now. I just have to manage it and perform at a high level. For more on the Broncos, let's send it over to Christina Payne.
Thank you, Aaron. We're ankle injury or not, the Broncos know that they're going to have their hands full. What's the challenge in defending Patrick Mahomes? Everything, according to Von Miller. But head coach Vic Fangio put it perfectly this week. He said, with a guy like this, you have
when
to
I said
defend
he
2 plays. The
had
one that
his
they
Bronco
fall,
destroyer, I
and the
mean,
one that
he
he might
has
create.
the
That
kidney
makes it
stone,
tough on a defense. But the
and
Broncos
he
defense is
will
much
never
improved. They
be
have
the
not
same
allowed
again.
a touchdown in their last 9 quarters, but this is not a 2-game turnaround. Von Miller telling me we've been playing well and we've been chipping away at this all season. They're ready to go, Joe.
All righty, guys. Here comes the kickoff.
Available tonight on Fox Deportes. Glad you're with us. And as I said at the top, this game got a heck of a lot more interesting because of what's transpired.
Hopefully the 3 people in the chat can go ahead and share
Kansas
this.
City losing back-to-back games at home. Kansas City deferred. Denver starts with a football, and that is driven right through the uprights. So here comes Joe Flacco. He's been a Super Bowl MVP. We know him from the Ravens, and now he's in his first year
now
with
as
the Denver
the
Broncos.
quarterback
Pressure
takes
on
the
that
field.
Offensive line because Joe Flacco does
You
not
see how
move
they do
around
with
much
Lindsey
back
carrying
there.
Yeah, there's no question, and that's the key. And I think that their ability.
I mean, don't sleep on Sutton.
Football, which is part of what they want to do offensively.
Sutton and
passing.
Sanders as
overall,
well.
I think Joe Flacco has been steady here through the first part of the year.
They're going to start with Lindsey. Pro Bowler from a year ago makes a move, and it's well played by Kansas City as the corner Charvarius Ward comes up to make the stop. This offense for the Denver Broncos checks in at 25th overall. They are 14th running the football, and here's the offensive line. They love this rookie left guard.
Well, they really do. He has been their best performer of that group up front. In fact, he's not only been their best offensive lineman, he's been one of their best players through the first 6 games.
Dalton Reisner is a 2nd-round pick from K-State.
Joseph Marshall says Flacco is a magic card of football. He has one move, and it's very ineffective.
Good play by Saunders, a gain of 1, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long. And you know that Kansas City knew coming in with what's happened over the last couple of
What's
weeks.
going on, Abdul Terrell?
172 total yards to Houston, 192 rush yards. They're going to be tested here with the ground game of the Broncos, and they're 2 for 2 stopping.
That's crazy.
Yes, 2 for 2.
I wonder.
Up a 3rd and long.
Man,
that's a good
I'm going to have to, what do you call it?
Games,
talk to PlayStation, man. I'm going to have to talk to PlayStation.
Flacco, quick setup and throw, and the pass is caught by Spencer. A flag is down after a gain of 6. Spencer short of 1st down yardage as Frank Clark got out there to make the stop.
Uh-oh, flag comes out. Oh, yeah. That's hands to the face and a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Well, just these penalties.
Joseph Marshall says, "Oh, thank God, my comedy assistant.
Things for this football team have really been what
I could make it as an NFL tight end. Hey, the Denver Broncos could use one.
Kansas City has committed 10 or more penalties in 5 of the 6 games they've played. And that 15 yards not only gives Denver a 1st down, but moves it up to the 48.
I'll quit football.
They fake it to Lindsey, throw over the middle, and the pass is caught. 1st down yardage, a gain of 11 by Emmanuel Sanders, who missed the 2nd half last week in that win over Tennessee. And the ball sitting at the Kansas City 41.
Yeah, Broncos motion down. Flacco knows then that they've got man coverage on Emmanuel Sanders, and everybody bottled up there inside. Flacco, he just pulls it. He's got a nice window then to lay it in there. A nice throw and catch.
Abdul Terrell, are you trying to, what do you call it, get me jelly over here, man? He says, got me a 12-foot,
well, like you mentioned, Joe, Kansas City
number 56 last night from Jersey Mike's.
And that's the running game. So they're going to load the box. They're going to have extra.
You can get that. You can get that.
Hopefully handle that better than they have. But with that,
man, I'm telling you, that boy's a bad mamma jamma.
The one-on-one matchups outside.
2nd down and 8. Freeman gets it over the left side, tripped up. Reisner, the rookie left guard, tripped Freeman as he was
as a tight end. You know,
to the left, and
you
Clark
won't
was
go
the guy for Kansas City
to the worst team because who takes a tight end number 1 overall? I'll go to a playoff contender at least.
As you said, the rookie who upended the back and kept them from being able to get more.
3rd down and 8. 2 for 14 on 3rd down against Tennessee in a win.
All that cheese and those peppers through my stomach, didn't like it.
Flacco nowhere to go.
Hey, but that moment you were eating, man, I bet you that was the best moments of your life.
And Bashad Breeland was there in coverage, and we'll see if it's a flag on 21.
That's what it looks to be.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 21. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
It's a good call, too. He's got a hold of Cortland Sutton, and once Flacco, that was good protection up front by that offensive line. They brought a 5-man rush, unable to get to Flacco. He flushes out just a little bit, extends the play, and Breeland knew that he was beat.
So what's going on, the Gridiron Blitz?
Drive alive.
What's going on with the field and oh, good Lord.
For the fullback, Janovich, and he takes it down inside the 15. Second catch of the year for Janovich, and he rumbles for 21 yards.
This has been a staple of this offense going back to Mike Shanahan and Bill Walsh. I mean, they run that fullback. Tom Rathman used to run this all the time with Joe Montana. They run play action one way. They sneak the fullback, Janovich, underneath it all. And the linebackers just get caught in the wash, and he's wide open.
Here's a handoff to Lindsey. He gets corralled at the 10 by Colin Saunders. A gain of 3. Lindsey, story's old for Bronco fans by now, but he's from Denver, played at South High School, went to CU Boulder, undrafted, and was the first offensive rookie to go undrafted and that year make the Pro Bowl.
What in the world?
In NFL history.
He's a special player. He's not a real big guy. You worry about him wearing down a little bit, and not because he's so small, but because he runs so physical and being so small. He can hit it up in there with the best of them.
2nd down and 7. Pass to the goal line. It's caught for what looks to be a first down, and it is down to the 1 by Cortland Sutton. 1st and goal.
All right, there we go.
Sutton is really becoming a heck of a player. Zone coverage, he just hits it in the zone and turns around, gives a nice.
I appreciate that, Gridiron Blitz. And what's going on, 2K plays?
Excellent work by those two.
Blitz with the save. I was paying so much attention to the game. Oh yeah, there we go.
No signal, and now for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Broncos.
A drive that was helped by 3rd down penalties on Kansas City. And the Broncos take advantage and pound it in as Freeman gets his first of the year.
Well, here's a good look. It's ISO right. You got the lead blocker, and there's nothing there. You got Tyrann Mathieu who's trying to pull him
Joseph
back.
Marshall says, if I go to the Lions, somehow you are obligated to buy my jersey. I'll do appearances on the streams. I'll definitely buy your jersey, Joseph Marshall.
Flags as there was movement along the line of scrimmage before McManus knocked it through. Broncos came in with only one opening drive touchdown over their last 15 games.
Hey, I like that, Abdul Terrell. He says we need a Kansas City blowout, so maybe Denver loosens the strings on that Von Miller trade. Hey, absolutely.
And they're going to move the ball back to the 1.
Well, you can't have 88. We got T.J. Hawkinson.
Defense number 97. Half distance penalty. Denver has elected to replay the try from the 1-yard line. We'll replay the try.
Yeah, so they get the penalty and moves it to the 1. And I like the decision now by Vic Fangio.
It was Derek Noddy who came across early. Broncos are 1 for 1.
I don't think T.J. Hawkinson will be gone by then.
They went to Emmanuel Sanders.
He is only 22 years old.
What they do here. Riverboat Vic.
Oh, heck no. We ain't trading him.
He is stuffed. Didn't get it. And this Kansas City defense is tired of hearing about how they don't stop the run, and they step up there on a 2-point try. Reggie Ragland was right in the middle of it for the Chiefs. And there he is, 59, and they denied Philip Lindsay.
Yeah, and Reggie Ragland, who hasn't gotten much playing time, he's going to see more tonight to try to help shore up some of that running game. There's a big penalty that extended the first third down.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say trade it. I mean, if he would have the injury problems, then yeah. Because Abdul Terrell says, what do you call it? He could be right. He is saying he's not going to stop hurdling people. I don't understand why he is not going to stop hurdling. I mean, come on. It only gives you 1 yard. I mean, if you're in the 1 yard line and you're trying to score a touchdown, okay, I can understand it. But are you kidding me? I guess that scary concussion didn't scare you. What's going on, the smoking session? Joseph Marshall says, yeah, I won't stop hurdling. I'm smart. That's the craziest thing, though, man. T.J. Hawkinson needs to stop hurdling. It only gives you 1 yard. Abdul Terrell says, if I play football, I'm going to be the first player with a triple-digit number, 217. So if the Carolina Panthers were 15, you wouldn't want to go 15?
Third down. There aren't a lot of kick returns in Denver.
Go back to that 2-point play. They run a manual.
All right, then never say never.
He's going to be one-on-one had they have handed it off with him and Tyrann Mathieu. Instead, they come back to Philip Lindsay and Derek Noddy, who got called for being offsides. that allowed them then to go for the two-point conversion. He's the one who first got Lindsey low, and then Reggie Ragland finished him off.
Joseph Marshall says, I'll go to Carolina no matter what the pick they have.
First down and a nice gain by McCoy of 7 yards. A long-time Philadelphia Eagle. Buffalo Bill brought down by Shelby Harris. He is the reigning MVP, but over the last couple of games, 0-2 record. The completion percentage is down, and that left ankle is really bothering.
Yes, it is. He has not complained, but it's obvious when you watch him play, and even in warm-ups tonight, that he is not right. Anyone who has watched the Chiefs throughout this season knows.
Abdul Terrell says, can all the ladies in the chat please hit the like button, please? I appreciate that, Abdul Terrell.
Wow, what a run by LaShawn McCoy. Takes it into Denver territory to the 49.
Shady.
Nothing happening until McCoy went back inside and picked
What's
up
going on, the general view?
McCoy is one of those type runners that, you know, you've got to corral him and then get off blocks and make a play, and he's just able to keep it alive. He does get a little loose with the ball, as you see there. It gets away from his body. He has fumbled this year, but that's a nice start. They've run the ball twice in a row. That's unheard of for Andy Reid.
Now Damian Williams back there. And it's a little screen, and that lost yardage. Malik Reed brings down Williams, a loss of 3. Well, there are the numbers. They are 3rd overall, first throwing the football. They have the penalties along their offensive line, namely on the left side, with Irving getting the start again. Wiley is still out, so Martinez Rankin at left guard. 2nd and 13.
The Smoking Session says, I need Tyreek to have another monster game. Absolutely. The General View says, Flintstones in the house.
Quick throw pass is caught. Wide open out there is Robinson. Nice gain on 2nd and 13 of 10 as Chris Harris brings him down 3rd and short as a result.
Well, you take a look at Tyreek Hill in the slot.
He says, yabba dabba doo.
As you can imagine, they've got 2 guys on him. They got Will Parks, and then they've got safety Kareem Jackson, and that opens some things up for a guy like Robinson and some of these other players. But you can only hold Tyreek Hill down for so long. He is so explosive that even with double coverage, he can get in behind the defense.
Third down and 3. Pass is caught by Kelsey. And the big tight end has a first down inside the 30. Simmons on the stop.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
On 3rd and 3. A completion of 13 yards. Good start here for the KC offense.
Well, we'll take a look at that left ankle there and just see how it's holding up and how he's able to navigate. I will tell you that this guy is so talented throwing the football that he can throw it with velocity and accuracy regardless of any position his feet are in. Great read on his part. They brought a linebacker.
Abdul Terrell says, bouncing over to Blitz for a sec and getting something to eat. Maybe I'll be back after a halftime. All right, Abdul Terrell, I appreciate you stopping in, brother.
Play made out there by Alexander Johnson.
I believe it is Kansas City's first drive because Broncos started the ball. Started with the ball.
He's something. You watch him. I mean, he shows up. He's been out there the last couple of weeks. He's been one of the guys, along with Mike Purcell in the middle, and they get Davis back at linebacker. But
absolutely, Joseph Marshall, Broncos' current score and their draft position will be very similar if they keep going for 2 against difficult teams.
And a nice tackle by Justin Simmons. McCoy was one-on-one with Simmons, and Simmons brings him down with a gain of 7. 3rd down coming up again.
Yeah, Justin Simmons.
The Smoking Session says, okay, thanks. Anytime, the Smoking Session.
McCoy in open space. And LaShawn McCoy, he's got a little wear on those tires in his 11th year, but we saw it on that first run tonight. He's more than a challenge to tackle in the open space.
3rd down and 2. Mahomes throws, juggle, and a catch for the touchdown.
Oh, wow.
McCole Hardman had it, lost it, had it, broke a tackle, and took it in. And the rookie has his 3rd touchdown of the season on a 21-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes.
Tied 6-6.
This McCole Hardman, I really like what I've seen of him. He's a young receiver. He comes in here. He's been asked to play a little bit more with some of the injuries, and he's able to give just enough. I mean, you got Will Parks in coverage. He's trying to undercut that throw. It's the only chance he has, but Mahomes places it perfectly out in front.
Kicks up.
Extra
kick is good.
Butker, and that's the first touchdown allowed by the Denver defense.
Joseph Marshall says, now they kick extra point and lead. Good job, Broncos. Hey, after what y'all were saying in the chat, man, now I want to say, let's go Chiefs. Because as a Detroit Lion, I want Von Miller. I'll never hope less than a terrible future for the Broncos. Okay, you being in the NFC, why are you dissing on the Broncos? Why do you think, Troxel? I'm not 100% sure. The smoking session says, wait, what? Von Miller to Detroit? Yeah, right. Hey, I mean, they could be talking about trading Von Miller. And if he is truthfully on the market, why wouldn't we want to go and trade for him? Let's look back 3 years to Super Bowl 50. Hey, if Cam Newton would have jumped on the football when it was right in front of him, maybe I would have won that. Ever think of that one? What if it's just a draft pick, the smoking session? He says, who we gonna give up? I want to slap Cam now. Now do you see why you want to trade him to the Broncos? It's like a double slap back.
Champ. This is the 50th anniversary season.
Like a full force slap.
Super Bowl IV championship team for the Kansas City Chiefs. Before the game, Troy made his rounds.
That's crazy.
You, sir, have the most.
Well, I was visiting with Peyton Manning, and I told him, I said, I feel like I see you more, at least on television, more now than I did back when you were playing football.
I mean, that's what we know of. Hey, I mean, Favre could be here hanging out in the upper deck. Who knows? Flacco on first down, penalty flag, and this one is batted away. Incomplete, but a flag is down, and it looks like a hold.
My team got screwed in 2003 against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. We got cheated.
Well, that's happened a lot to Garrett
Von Miller cheated in Super Bowl 50.
Holding call against him. He had 11 last year, 10 as a rookie.
I mean, I don't think Von Miller cheated. I think the lack of hunger out of Cam Newton cheated yourselves.
You're right. When
on that 15-yard penalty. Okay, I can see that one.
The first pick. They expected a lot more consistency than what they've been able to get from him.
Here's a handoff to Freeman.
But just as us, Detroit Lions, you can't leave it up to the referees. You got to take care of business for 60 minutes.
Offense for Denver, and Vic Fangio, he becomes the head coach. He goes out and hires.
If a football's right in front of you, loose and alive, you jump on it. Who cares about your body? It's the Super Bowl.
Look at him. First year as a coordinator in the NFL. First time to call plays in the NFL, although he has in college. And they want it to look a lot like what we see in San Francisco. And, of course, that has been awfully successful. We'll see a lot more touchbacks as this game goes along.
On 2nd and long, pass is incomplete. Freeman was open. Flacco couldn't hit him, and now it's 3rd down and 16. Oldest first-time head coach.
Well, we've enjoyed Vic Fangio for a lot of years. He's been doing it at a high level as a defensive coordinator. It's nice to see him get his opportunity finally.
3rd down and 16. Ball is out. Recovered by Freeman, but
I think so too, Joseph Marshall, because it was his very last game. Just like when Ray Lewis's Super Bowl.
Let's take a look.
Well, it's Frank Clark. He's coming off the edge. You got Royce Freeman here in the middle as a back, and he's asked to help somebody. He's able to fall on the ball, but he doesn't help either tackle. They're one-on-one, and he's secure in the middle, which didn't even need it. Those guys inside had done a nice job. Boy, the Broncos are fortunate to get back
4th and 25. Good Lord.
Not a great punt by Wadman. Hardman, who has a touchdown in the game.
All right, go.
What he can do. Gets to the edge.
All right, there we go.
And out of bounds near the 21, 22-yard line. Big return by McCall.
Man, they got to steal with that Hardman guy.
That's his second.
I'll never eat Papa John's now. Good job, Peyton. Joseph Marshall also says, no way top scoring offense only scores 10 points legitimately. Well, yeah, you already know what I'm going to say. Offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. And the one game you guys decided not to run in, you lost. As the man's name that's on the Super Bowl trophy, Mr. Vince Lombardi, in order to win, you got to run the football. And you guys decided not to run the football in the Super Bowl. Or jump on a football that is live. That's what I always say. No matter what, always stick to the fundamentals and continue to get better each and every single game. If there's a football right in front of you, all 11 to the football. We scored 49 on the Cardinals in the NFC Championship. Yeah, what was your strength in that championship game? You're running the football. Cam was running. I can't think of your guys' former running back. Jonathan Stewart. He ran the football. Like, everybody was running the football in that game, and you guys scored 40. You guys scored 49 points. In the Super Bowl, what was your rushing numbers? That's the one thing I'm so nervous about the Lions, if they ever get to that point. Jonathan Stewart had our only touchdown. Absolutely.
From the 21, Mahomes fresh off the touchdown throw to McCole Hardman. Last time the Chiefs had it. Hands off, and it's McCoy back to the line of scrimmage as Simmons came flying up to make the stop.
Look at the last couple of weeks against the Colts. They went with Damian Williams as the guy. He only had 8 or 9 carries, and then on Sunday they gave.
Hey, there could be this year. I mean, you know, any given Sunday, but you got to stick to strengths that are proven to win, which is running the football. Run game is critical in the NFL.
To help get the offense back in sync.
Third time's the charm.
The time of possession battle last week too.
Absolutely.
Wide open is Hardman, but he missed him. Mahomes threw behind him, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
It looked like that ball might have gotten tipped the way that it came out of there. You don't see Mahomes miss many guys quite like that. I don't know if it was Shelby Harris, number 96 here, and sure enough, you say that, you know, as gifted as Patrick Mahomes is, his ability really from anywhere to put the ball pretty much.
Came undefeated against Brady.
The last couple of weeks, but boy, he is a talented guy. I think it comes from his experiences in baseball, being so accurate.
I'm telling you, man, autocorrect will get you.
Mahomes drops it off. Williams brought down short of 1st down yardage. It'll be 4th down. As Alexander Johnson is right there for Denver, as he has been over the past couple of weeks.
Well, that's about the best that Denver could have hoped for. You know, once they got backed up and had to punt, and then McCole Hardman, he gets the big return. If they could, you know, hold the Chiefs to a field goal attempt, that'd be a win for them.
This is extra point distance for Butker. He missed 5 extra points last year. Only 1 this year. This counts for 3. And he drills it.
All right, 10-6.
Lead is 4.
Joseph Marshall says Panthers can win by doing a lot of pass plays now on play action because all their defenders think it's going to Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, absolutely. We use them so much we could fake a team out no matter what. Get Kyle Allen his stats. I mean, yeah. I can't argue that. I mean, you know. But you got to play sound defense. You got to, stop the run, and you got to run the football. You know, after you do all those things, you know, the pass will be there every single time. Kyle Allen is a gunslinger. Hey, he's gonna be good in this league. He's 5-0 in his NFL career as a starter. Absolutely. We got to trade Greer, though. He ain't good. Oh, he ain't good at all.
Is presented by State Farm. Weather is absolutely ideal. I've already had a snowfall here this year, but you wouldn't know it.
I mean, but he'd be a good backup.
I don't know what it is exactly, but it's about as nice as it could be. This week starts Saturday strong with
have Kyle Allen start, have Will Grier as your backup. You trade Cam, you get some draft capital. You guys are in great shape.
8 degrees. We're in Denver at the moment. Lindsey looked like he was going to.
Oh, he tripped over the turf.
Just got tripped up. But a flag is down in the secondary. Claiborne knocked down Lindsey and saved a huge play, but we'll see what the marker's for.
Turf monster, absolutely. At its finest. What's going on, James Willis?
During the run, holding defense number 35. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Absolutely, James Willis. You definitely still got your wrench.
First, before we show you the hold.
Well, Claiborne, he comes up off the edge to contain, and he's just able to get the ankle. There's the hold that was called, but he just gets the ankle then of Philip Lindsey. Otherwise, he's out the gate. That's a pretty good illustration of just how shifty Philip Lindsey is.
That's the third Denver first down by penalty, and here is a sack. Ball comes out. They're saying Flacco was down as Okafor got there. One of the big additions to this Kansas City defense.
James Willis says, just recovered from Monday night. Absolutely.
When they got to overtime in the AFC Championship game and lost at home to the eventual Super Bowl champion.
Joseph Marsh says refs have shown themselves as factor early on. Oh, wait. He's still on his feet.
Just airs it out downfield.
Oh. Wow.
Noah Fant, the rookie, and Morris Claiborne gets up wondering if he's guilty.
Wow, a flag on the play.
First round pick, big body out of Iowa. And Claiborne let him get behind him.
Oh, yep.
Yes,
pass interference.
The flag comes out, and once again, Flacco, there's a blitz package. He gets his left hand in there.
There's no foul for pass interference. It was going to play as third down.
Oh, wow.
No point in challenging that, but Flacco under siege there on the last 2 plays, and
oh yeah, like it's the Blue Crew at its finest.
So they pick up the flag. I looked at
oh man, hey, did you miss Tuesday? On Tuesday we played the clip.
And I also think that's not
man. Hey, I love what he said though. He said when he asked what's on your mind, work. I'm ready to get back to work. So me, being a Detroit homer, triggered off my my names. So I said the Detroit Lions is going to work, Lions.
Claiborne and Matthew combine on the stop. We are through 1 quarter.
Good news is Kennard got paid. Luke Kennard or Devin Kennard? Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's still frustrating, but you know, if we continue to focus on on what happened Monday and fail to get ready for, you know, this Sunday, you know, we're going to be 0-2 in the division. And we can't go 0-2 in the division. What's going on, Gridiron Blitz? James Will says, I hope the team's still buying into the scheme. Oh, absolutely. And I think that, you know, Monday night's going to galvanize us. James Will says, Luke signed a $5+ million contract. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, shout out to Luke Kennard. # Detroit basketball. Hey, that gets me a smile on my face. Picked up his player option. All right, that's what's up. What's going on, Josh Jackson? Joseph Marshall says, if I got drafted, I would pull a Vernon Davis and start crying. Hey, man, it's an emotional time. You know? Oh, I appreciate you stopping in, man. I really do. I wonder when the final rosters get announced. Because I tell you what, I want, Christian Wood to be on the team.
Wadman will hit it. With DeAnthony Thomas waiting for the Chiefs. To his left
gave him great field position.
By the Denver Broncos, and Armani Watts is out there to make the stop. And that didn't look like it had any chance. A loss of 7, and Kansas City will take over inside the Denver 40.
Yeah, this didn't.
What was he thinking?
They read this beautifully, and they're trying to get the ball, as you said, to Armani Watts on a post corner route. Kansas City was all over that. So special teams now comes up big on the return by McCole Holdman, and then stopping the fake.
Hey, I'll tell you what though, Kansas City came to play.
Last drive did start it at the Denver 21. Pass is caught by Kelsey. And he's got Justin Simmons all over him, a gain of 4. Tonight's professional grade is.
I haven't seen for myself, but her Kennard Rose together has been deadly good. Oh, absolutely. You know, I've been I did 1 or 2 Piston streams, and man, I'll tell you what, I like what I see. I personally still think that Luke Kennard should be the starter, but you know, maybe by mid-season he will.
And if they're generous, and they are saying first down.
Well, Vic Fangio, you know, he's trying to just generate something, you know, to get some offense going. And
dang, Joseph Marshall, that hurts my heart, man. He says, I have no Detroit teams.
Has put this defense in a tough position. They were able to make a stop last time and only give up 3 points. It's hard to do against this unit offensively for Kansas City.
Damian Williams in at tailback. He gets it and plows it down inside the 25. Tripped up by Will Parks. Gain of 4.
The Kansas City came out right after their first play.
Joseph Marshall says, I root for the Lions in football. Josh Jack says, blasphemy.
Quick change of possession. try to catch the defense on their heels. They had 3 verticals.
James Willis says Kennard Rose play might have got Kennard the signing. Oh, you know, it very well could be. You know, and then you factor in the playoffs, you know, it almost made too much sense.
2nd down and 6. Pass is caught. Kelsey looks like he's short of a first down by about half a yard as Todd Davis makes the tackle.
James Willis also says, well, get you some. Absolutely. Ain't no party like a Detroit party, because a Detroit party don't stop. Shout out to Mike James off the 04 Pistons.
But he's got the bad ankle, so Andy Reid may be avoiding that.
Yeah, I would not expect to see him carry the ball on a designed run. A lot happens at the bottom of that pile.
They hand to the fullback, and Anthony Sherman has got a first down. A little misdirection, and they give it to Sherman, brought down by Davis after a gain of 5, and that's Sherman.
I don't know about the whole MSU, though, James Willis. It's all about U of M.
And they moved the pile. I mean, they got good movement over there, and that was an easy pickup.
Kansas City's already run it for 37 yards. Denver allowed 39 total last week.
Hey, but shout out to MSU basketball, man. Tom Izzo is Michigan's GOAT in college basketball, man. I do give credit where credit is due.
How's he affecting the play? He's not getting the ball. Well, he's drawn 2 guys most of the time, especially when he's been inside. You know, you got two-way breaks as a talented receiver like him. It's hard, and he's got the full attention of the Broncos. But then that gives Kelsey some one-on-one looks and a nice gain on first down.
Hill had 5 catches for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. No catches so far tonight. McCoy, well played by Denver. Brought down by DeMarcus Walker. A gain of 1, so 3rd and short coming up. Walker is 2nd-round pick out of Florida State back in 2017, and he's getting a chance to play now, starting to come into his own.
What do you mean, James Willis?
To defend on 3rd and 1.
Spartans are preseason league champs. I mean,
handoff to Darrell Williams. Didn't get.
You know, there was that stretch. You know what?
Brought down just inside
about 3 years ago, as early as 3 years ago, where it was Michigan State Spartans and what do you call it? Football and basketball.
That's not an easy block. He's trying to reach Simmons and keeping him from getting into the backfield, but Simmons is able to crush inside and then make that play. And I'm not surprised.
I don't know. I mean, I just want him to see. I want to see him have his own style, because I know he did a lot of.
Now Mahomes, and that makes him
that's
9
first.
for 10 in that category.
That's crazy.
On 3rd and 4th and 1, picking up a first down.
You know, I know he did a lot of work with Beeline, so you know, I want him to coach his own style.
A lot of people falling on top of you, and you know, I can tell you a lot happens at the bottom of that.
Patrick Mahomes is down. Michigan, who? Destroy Michigan. Hey, see, that's the one thing about sports, man. The you know, the trash talking, you know, but then here come on Sunday, we best of friends, go Lions. Nah, man, real talk though, I am a diehard Wolverines fan, but you know, if they playing any Wisconsin teams or any Ohio teams, I don't care who's playing them. It's go that team that's playing those clowns. You know, I can't stand any Wisconsin teams, and I can't stand any Ohio team. So, but head to head, if it ain't Wolverines, that ain't right. Joseph Marshall says, what do you call Packers when they miss the playoffs? Wisconsin out. Patrick Mahomes is injured. Absolutely. I think it's his ankle again. Oh, man. James Willis, I feel sorry for you. Not so much on the U of M fans, but definitely on the Ohio State fans. Those bums. Right leg. Yeah, the right knee.
And it's like they almost popped that right knee back in place. And he's actually walking now without any assistance.
Yeah, he's walking better.
What's going on, Ted Cheney? He says, what's up, Trox? Good to be rocking with you. I appreciate that.
A gain of a yard to Darrell Williams. Well, Matt Moore is 15-15 in his NFL career. We've seen him with the Panthers and the Dolphins. They are without Chad Henne,
Mahomes.
who was
hey, but that's crazy though. They had to pop his knee back into place.
Matt Moore is in charge of the 4-2 Chiefs.
Yeah, Matt Moore, he was out of football last year, and when Henne went down is when they signed him in August.
Where you live in Michigan, you're close to Ohio and Indiana. Man, I feel bad. So you're probably over by like the Grand Rapids area then.
That'll bring up 3rd down and goal. In his career, Matt Moore has thrown for 45 touchdowns, 36 picks, 6,900 yards.
That means you're probably by like
Chiefs fans have to hope
Notre Dame and things like that, right?
Every step Patrick Mahomes took, it looked like he got more sure on that right leg. And maybe
you're allowed to see different things in the chat, like if somebody comes in cursing, and it comes out like where you can hide it and block it or show it. You can see that, and you can put people in timeout if they're really out of line and things like that. And
by Andy Reid, you've got a guy coming in off the bench, even though he's a 12-year veteran. And
you're by what do you call it, Coldwater, but you're a Grand Rapids native. Oh, that's what's up. I actually used to go to Grand Rapids a lot.
Vic Fangio's defense at Donatel as well is not allowed a touchdown on 12 of the last 14 opponent drives inside the red zone.
Great job the last 2 times holding them to 3.
Butker from 20 yards out. He's 2 for 2. The lead is...
That is crazy. Joseph Marshall says we are like mall cops, nothing threatening about us, and we have minimal authority. I mean, you guys got authority. Lived in East Grand Rapids. That's what's up. Sir, I'm going to need to watch your profanity. James Willis says, okay, I never had a wrench. Just wanted to know what it is. Yeah, I mean, you guys get to, for me, like, it's my way of appreciating you guys, for always rocking with me and the Gridiron Blitz. So, I give it out because, you guys have been rocking with us for a long time. And, I'm truly grateful for that. And if, it looks like nobody would curse tonight. I mean, hey, you never know. Somebody could be in here, have one thing said, and you hear just a big old long list of curse words. I'm like, where did that come from? One of our power is to put grown adults in timeout for 300 seconds. Yeah, you're right. Mall cops have more power than us. I do too. James Willis says, I wish the wrench would transfer to other channels, LOL.
Patrick Mahomes. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck, and that's the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman, and everything just has a completely different field. And I mean, all we can hope for as fans of the game is that young man, Patrick Mahomes, is okay.
Well, the defending league MVP, and there he is. And yeah, I mean, you hate to see anybody get injured, especially a player as dynamic as what Patrick Mahomes is, and that certainly affects things in this ball game for Denver. I mean, as to how they're going to attack now Matt Moore. And Matt Moore is, like I said, a veteran guy, but does he have the talents of throwing the ball with these receivers the way that Patrick Mahomes does? Absolutely not.
Aaron, what are you learning down there on the field? Evidently her mic is having issues. We'll get back to Aaron, and I know Chiefs fans are dying to hear. That was a shot, by the way, of Patrick Mahomes coming out of the x-ray room here in Denver. And so maybe we'll have a...
No, the cart didn't come out to get Patrick Mahomes. He actually was walking on the sidelines under his own power, with nobody like holding his hand or helping take weight off. Oh my gosh! Wow!
Takes it in for the touchdown. Knocked out by Hitchens. And without Patrick
Reggie
Mahomes,
Ragland, touchdown Chiefs. Fumble on Joe Flacco.
Well, Philip Lindsay, he's going to come up and pick up one, and then you've got Hitchens who comes around, and Joe Flacco, this is on him. I mean, he has to know when he's under duress and being better at protecting the football.
That is the fourth Kansas City sack of this game already. Third of Flacco. The fake punt that didn't work goes down as a sack as well, and it ends up in the end zone.
It is 20-6. Joseph Marshall says, when you have a sudden realization millions of people's fantasy teams have just became garbage and people are breaking things. That is so true. That is why this year is the first year I did not do fantasy football. I said, you know what? I'm going to put fantasy football on the side because I want to spend more time doing YouTube. And I was that person that, I had Deshaun Watson his rookie year, and he went down. And my team was actually solid. And I about lost it.
For Kansas City, the lead is 14, and Flacco's just not moving around well back there at all.
No, he's
like, it was so bad I had to figure things out because I even had to trade Le'Veon Bell that year.
With Kansas City losing their quarterback, defense has held up well.
Just to try to get some sort of help.
And then, he gives up one of his own.
First career touchdown for Ragland. Aaron?
Well, Joe, you saw the shots of Patrick Mahomes coming out of the x-ray room. Of course, here he is in that game, or on that play. I've got to say it's pretty telling. He was in that x-ray room for only about 2 minutes when Kansas City ruled him out and said he was done for the night with a knee injury. Of course, we saw him.
Oh, wow, he is done for the night.
He was motioning to the trainers. It was the outside of that right knee.
Aaron, thanks. Play action here from Flacco. Airs it out downfield, and what a
wow! Cortland Sutton with an amazing catch.
Oh, I thought this ball was going to be intercepted. When it came out of Joe Flacco's hand, you're going to see the safety comes across the field.
Oh, absolutely.
Juan Thornhill,
there's no game taping if you really do your scouting.
The throw and
those rookies actually come in handy.
Well, that ball just over the outstretched arms, and they needed
like if a lot of the top running backs would have been gone, the very first person I would be thinking about is some sort of rookie.
On first down, out to the left and to Sutton again with Ward bringing him down, a gain of 6.
You go back to Aaron's report.
Although last year
Mahomes, and
I had, I want to say like the 8th pick in the draft. It was a snake draft out of 10 teams. I had the 8th pick and the 2nd pick. Or no, I'm sorry, the 9th pick and the 2nd pick. And the first pick I picked Melvin Gordon. The second pick in the second round I picked wow, that was a save.
And they're going to mark Lindsey down at the 31. A forced fumble by Hitchens again.
Oh, and the, what do you call it? The second pick, I picked Saquon Barkley.
Steve Spagnuolo doesn't sense a weakness within this offense. I mean, nobody.
I was like, how in the heck did he last to the second round?
He's Hitchens right on top of him.
Right now, they're going to. Kansas City and Andy Reid's going to.
But everybody thinks, oh, he's a rookie, he's not going to do much.
And then the ball came out.
I took full advantage of it.
And it'll be just a difference of field position.
They were thinking third round or something like that.
Wins this challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. Will be field position. He is down. The question might come
because
up
he was a rookie.
Troxel. If you're looking at
hey, keep having that mindset. I'll keep winning fantasy league championships.
You see, he reaches with the arm and swipes, so he doesn't hit with any forcible contact to the head. I mean, with the head, shoulder to leg.
Hey, I have all the trust in the world that as long as I trust my scouting, I trust rookies. All right, Joseph Marshall. Hey, maybe next year I'll start a fantasy football league. I'm in 10 leagues. What's going on? The general review. How's it going? He says, Trav, what up, though? Hey, man. Watch, going crazy right now knowing that Patrick Mahomes is out the rest of this game with the knee injury. Hey, that depends if he's there when you take that pick. I don't know how many times I try to go after Christian McCaffrey. I can never get him on my squad.
8 yards of field position and moves the ball back, brings up 3rd and 14. Looking at a 56-yard try from this spot as the Broncos offense comes to the line.
That wouldn't be surprised.
The general view says, yeah, man, it's crazy. Absolutely, it's crazy.
Right now, this is right in that career range for McManus.
Blitz comes, passes.
Wow, first down.
To the 20.
They were in 3rd and 14. You let them get a first down. That's crazy.
18-yard completion on 3rd and long.
Well, they do come off the edge, but they pick it up pretty well, and it gives Flacco a clean pocket. And you see what he was looking at.
The general view says, start scouting for O-linemen, LOL.
For the Broncos to keep this drive going.
Yeah.
Denver, by the way, has allowed 5 sacks tonight. They had allowed only 4 in their previous 3 games total.
Oh, from Denver?
Tired of hearing about effort, about tackling, about stopping the run. Here they stop Freeman with a gain of 2, and it's Hitchens.
I mean, hey, if you know, we can help them offensive line-wise as they help us offensive line-wise, but they're going to have to come up with something surrounding Von Miller.
Being able to climb back into this game.
There are the sacks, the 8 knockdowns, 15 dropbacks. Hand off to Lindsey.
Well, yeah, if you had the first overall pick.
A loss of 1.
I think I've had the first overall pick maybe twice.
Yeah, absolutely, and Derek Nottie just does a great job of defeating the block, and that's really what runs.
No, I do it random.
Up front, being able to shed a blocker, you see him, he splits a double team.
The Gridiron Blitz says 15 people watching, 9 thumbs up. Hey, that's what's up.
Every Denver 3rd down in the game.
The general view says, if you want to get lit up.
Flacco, another sack. Frank Clark gets his 2nd. A big pickup from the Seahawks. And it's already been 6 sacks of Joe Flacco here in the first half.
Hey, shout out to Kate Watkins. I appreciate you subscribing.
In the center, Connor McGovern, he's trying to shield him as much as he can. There was a bit of a running lane with the man coverage in behind it, and that's where, when you don't have a running quarterback in Joe Flacco, you know you don't have to guard against that.
45-yard try here is pushed wide to the right. Off the foot of Brandon McManus, and this has been after a fast start and a touchdown on their first possession. A brutal first half for the Denver Broncos. Here's the miss of 45 yards by McManus.
Yeah, they do a good job of creating the big play to
I mean, you could tell by the flags on the top of the
third downs to make this
the goalpost that where the wind was going.
Only to be pushed right. Yeah, a lot of things have not gone very well here for this Denver team. Kansas City now, they're going to see what they've got with Matt Moore, a guy who more than likely gets no reps with the first unit during the week. And of course this week, with being a short week, nobody got any reps.
The fake the handoff. Moore is going to get sacked, but a flag flies in the secondary as Travis Kelce rather, is seated at the 46. Von Miller got there, but a flag in the secondary.
While the quarterback was in the pocket, holding, defense number 20, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Oh, yeah.
They get Duke Dawson, who missed the last game with a bad foot. And here's Von Miller coming off the edge.
Yeah, Von Miller, he was able to get home, and then Derek Wolfe inside. But, you know, Travis Kelce last week, which was a big turning point in that ball game, ended up in an interception when he was getting mugged. Probably worse than that, and did
Joseph
not
Marsh
get the
says,
you can bet that Andy Reid talked to these officials. That's how they want to try to play
the
Kelce,
stash
but
didn't help with the kicking, McManus. You couldn't sense the wind. It don't tell you how fast, though. That is the stash's job.
On the Kansas City sideline.
Every kick I put water over my stash, and if it is dry when I line up for the kick, there's a strong wind. Absolutely. All right, 2 minutes to halftime. 20-6. Kansas City. I mean, I was at least hoping for a closer game, but hey, if the Detroit Lions can get Von Miller because of a major blowout, thank you, Broncos. I'm going to send you a gift basket. I will fly out to Denver if we get Von Miller and give out free haircuts to the entire team for free. AAA Charlie Horse and my suffering the pain. Forget the Lambeau Leap. Wow, thanks for showing almost every single NFC North team, but the Lions and, well, pretty much this Sunday's matchup, Lions and Vikings. They showed the Bears, the Cheese Whizzes. Oh, man, that's cold. That's cold, Joseph Marshall. My leg betrayed me like my Mahomes' leg did.
Obviously one of the best to ever suit up. 2nd down and 9 for Matt Moore.
What did you do?
They hand to Williams, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Derek Wolfe. Wolfe makes the play. A loss of 4. 3rd down and long coming up.
Just well played there by Malik Reed. He forces him back underneath. Derek Wolfe then to clean it up. 3rd and long here. And you know,
oh, I hate that. He says it cramped up randomly. I hate that.
Just trying to be careful in this situation. A punt is not a bad
Got to
thing.
drink some water. That is a sign of dehydration.
Well, 3 timeouts remain for each side. 3rd down and 13. Moore throws, pass, broken up. DeMarcus Robinson the target, and there's Justin Simmons again. All over the secondary. Simmons has made 7 tackles, and Troy Matt Moore.
Hey, Joseph Marshall, you want me to send some life alert?
Life. He had taken a scouting job with the Dolphins when the Chiefs called. Was at the combine as a member of the Dolphins staff.
I had to do the painful extension
because Chad Henne is hurt. And Patrick Mahomes injured his knee here tonight.
Yeah, he got the keys to the car, and he's got a lot of weapons out there to get the ball to, but Tyreek Hill is yet to be targeted in this game.
Dustin Colquitt hits it. Deontay Spencer.
A minute 2 left.
With the Saints at the Bears late afternoon on Sunday.
Yeah, looking forward to that one, and a little different offense, of course, without Drew Brees, but it's been fun to see Bridgewater.
Wow, that's crazy.
Playing the way he has.
On first down, pass is caught. Sutton makes a move, gets a couple of extra yards. And the Saints, who have been winning with Bridgewater at quarterback, may not have Alvin Kamara, who's got an ankle sprain.
Yeah, and if you don't think that doesn't change a game plan for a defense and all that he's able to do. A lot of defensive coordinators stay up late hours trying to figure that puzzle out. I'll tell you right now, they burn the
in the mind of Joe Flacco, 7 years ago, I won a Super Bowl, and now look where I'm at. Look where I am. Oh, what's going on, 1 Pride 40? How's it going? He has a knee injury. He is out for the game.
Goes over the middle, pass is caught, and a nice spinning catch by Sanders. And a big pickup for a first down of 16 yards.
I think he, I think he dislocated his kneecap. They had to pop it back into place.
And that takes up a lot of time off the clock.
Flacco out to his right. Flags are down.
And Joseph Marshall says, and I got a Charlie horse.
Tano Passanio had pressure. Here's a call.
Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. Play first down.
And they're booing Garrett Bowles. That's his second holding call of the night.
Yeah, here he is at the top of the screen, and you know, he gets no chip from Royce Freeman. Usually when you have a back to that side.
1 Pride 40 says, oh Lord, he is out for the Lord. He got the Madden curse. Yeah, it could be.
And Frank Clark, for good measure, picks up the flag, shows it to Bowles, and it's now 1st and 20 with only 29 seconds left.
And yet, even though with the Madden curse, the Lions still couldn't beat them.
Ooh. His hands incomplete. Good throw. No catch. Tyrann Mathieu does some push-ups after not coming away.
Oh, snap. You got Charlie horses in both legs?
Field. Right. Well, I think he was looking to see, where the defender was exactly. Like he took
That's a different curse, Troxel, says Joseph Marshall.
He was trying to take the middle with the 2 wide safeties. It's the right idea by Flacco.
I'll tell you what, though, come Sunday,
a chance to make a play on that.
No holds barred.
No catch, 2nd and 20. Blitz. Pass is caught. Sanders brought down by Claiborne immediately.
Hey, I've been dead before.
And timeout is
it ain't that fun.
Yeah, Kansas City.
One Pride 40 says, you can't escape the Madden curse, and you can't escape the Kardashian curse. Absolutely.
The Chiefs have defeated the Broncos 7 straight overall.
You think of how many yards they have given up this year on the ground, and Yet this first half, they've held Denver to just 23 yards rushing. They've been giving up 161 yards on average through the first 6 games on the year.
They also had no sacks over the last couple of games.
Just ask Reggie Bush. Hey, that's hashtag truth.
And timeout was the call taken by Kansas City.
Really, there's 5 seconds. Just let the clock run out.
As we look ahead to the weekend, and then Monday,
Carry on aware he loves them snow bunnies. Yeah, definitely got to stay away from the snow bunnies. Let's go Raiders and let's go Saints this week. Sorry, Joseph Marshall, but it's for the Detroit Lions. He was quick on that one. He said, boo.
Hangs it high. Put a couple of seconds back on the clock. Timeout was taken by Andy Reid, hoping maybe, I guess, to get a big return as Hardman was back
well,
there
40 says,
for it. He has one in the ball game.
Well, good thing I'm white then.
But the Chiefs lead. Can't imagine they're going to get too crazy here before the end of the half. And there's the injury to the right knee of Patrick Mahomes.
Think all about yourself.
On a 4th and 1 inside the 5.
Carolina could pick up a win as well.
Ruled out for the rest of this game. And that's it.
Alrighty, it is halftime. I will definitely be filling up my water and maybe get me a quick bite to eat because I literally just got home and hit start stream. And right after halftime, I will be right back here. Hey, I appreciate the new subscription. I'm at 427. Appreciate that, you guys. Real talk. You know, the new subscriber, if you leave it in the chat, I'll shout you out. But it is halftime, so I will be right back. All right. I am back. I decided not to get me something to eat. I will eat after the game. Because the little one got home and had to tuck her into bed. But the Gridiron Blitz says shout out to the 2 new subs, 100. Absolutely. Shout out to the 2 new subs. I appreciate you guys. Or girls. I mean, don't discriminate. We have, guys and girls that pop in. Oh man, the Gridiron Blitz says, I'm eating Popeyes. Lucky. Everybody's eating some good foods, man. Abdul Terrell ate Jersey Mike's. You're eating Popeyes. Joseph Marshall says, Patrick Mahomes, my knee. Aaron Rodgers says, welcome to the club. One Pride 40 says, but would you pick up Chris Jones from the Chiefs next year? No, I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of Chris Jones. And it's more or less of a personal reason due to the Chiefs game that I was at with the Lions versus the Chiefs at Ford Field. So that's the only reason. He was talking a whole lot of mad stuff to us, and we got on his tail, so I don't think he wants to come here. Joseph Marshall says Mahomes gets injured, Patriots go into the Super Bowl, but they're going to lose. I'm sorry, Patriots fans, but I do have the Patriots losing this year in the Super Bowl and winning next year in the Super Bowl. One Pride 40 says, so what you call a black woman that only goes after white men, a brown bunny? I don't know. That's actually a good question. I'm not too sure. Joseph Marshall says, losing to who? What do you mean losing to who?
Is still wide open for the Denver Broncos.
No, I agree with that. I mean, it certainly gives the Denver defense a lift, knowing that they're not going up against the defending league MVP. And Matt Moore, this game plan's going to change.
Oh, who the Pats are losing to in the Super Bowl this year? I am going to say they are going to lose to the New Orleans Saints. I've said that numerous times, even in the offseason and in the during the season. Oh, I wish it'd be the Lions. Man, ain't no party like a Detroit party. If the Lions win the Super Bowl, it is about to be live in the streets.
With Andy Reid before he got into the locker room going into the half, and before I could even say anything,
I already know what's coming up next, Joseph Marshall.
Patrick Mahomes is going to be okay.
He says inhale.
About the injury, he was going to learn at halftime. I asked him if Mahomes said anything to him on the field. He said, he told me, I'm going to be fine, coach.
What's going on, Packers Nation? How's it going, man?
Be yourself. Coach Reid's message to everybody else, you all need to step up.
One Pride 40 says, would you pick up Kerrigan? For the right price, yeah, I would.
Linebacker Malik Reed, a gain of 3. Christina Pink has
I call him a linebacker warrior, man.
Well, 5 sacks on Joe Flacco in that first half. I asked Vic Fangio, is it the quarterback? Is it the offensive line? He said, it's everything. We're not pass protecting. He said, we have to get the ball out on time. He said, our entire passing offense after that first drive was no good. I also asked him, did it change how you call the defense with a different quarterback? He said, yeah, Matt Moore, not the scrambler that Mahomes is, but they've got to get stops.
Packers Nation says, sad to see Mahomes go down, but they got to play us next. Not going to be good if he ain't playing.
And it was tipped by Shelby Harris. And for the Denver defense,
this is the game. That is the game that I do have the Packers losing. Now, if Patrick Mahomes is out, I hate to say it, but the Packers will win that game.
Although I will say that, yes, Matt Moore's not the scrambler.
Unless they trade for Cam Newton. No, I'm just playing.
Mahomes wasn't the scrambler that he had been because of that ankle injury as well. So, he's not the thrower.
One Pride 40 says, I call him Shawn Michaels. Oh, absolutely. He's the heartbreak kid.
Pass is caught. Kelsey reaches for the first down.
Joseph Marshall says, Saints suck. That is because you are a Panthers fan. Breeze has enough.
They list him as a tight end, but he's like a big wide receiver.
The Gridiron Blitz says, Saints going to win. Absolutely.
Once he gets the ball in his hands, as competitive as they come, yards after
Joseph Marshall says, I'm melting.
It's 2016 among all tight ends, #1 in receptions, receiving touchdowns, yards after the catch.
You think Green Bay is overrated? Absolutely, I do. No disrespect to Packers Nation. You're a cool guy. Just your team is overrated.
What Andy Reid was talking about when you say, what has
anybody that relies on the refs to help win is overrated.
And that includes DeMarcus Robinson being able to make a tough catch. And staying ahead of the chains and staying out of these second and longs. I don't think Vic Fangio is going to sit back for long and let them march down the field without bringing some pressure.
Moore sets up, broken up.
Hey, if Teddy goes down, Joseph Marshall, Drew Brees is going right back in. Joseph Marshall says, I'll be right back. All right, man.
Yeah, this secondary is.
One Pride 40 says we should have beat them, and they got exposed for the first time. Absolutely. Oh, Joseph Marshall says, just kidding.
They bring in Kareem Jackson at the other safety spot. That's a heck of a tandem.
They still miss.
Gridiron Blitz says I do 40. Joseph Moore says, I was part of the joke. Oh.
For Denver this season, trying to set up a screen, and it's just not there. Todd Davis made the play on Darrell Williams. A loss of 1, and it's 4th down.
Hey, Todd Davis, he's able to defeat this block, and if he's not there, it would have been real interesting to see if Derek Wolfe would have been able to make a play, because if he doesn't, there was a lot of open field out in front.
Here comes a punt from Colquitt.
I take it you're part of the melting part, being right back.
From outside the 20. Survives that first hit, doesn't go any further. 42-yard.
To take out Breeze and Bridgewater's, there's no chance. But if you get Breeze a Super Bowl, you would eliminate Drew Brees. One Pride 40 says, I'm talking about the sorry excuses of officials. They got exposed because not only our fan base went after them, every fan base went after them. Absolutely. And the crazy part is Clay Matthews, a former Packer, even went after them. And that's why I have a whole lot of faith still. Bears, please injure both of them. No, the Saints will win. Johnny, what's going on? Hey, I'm a Packers fan, and I did really like that call. I really like that call either. Did you like the call or you didn't like the call, Johnny? Oh, didn't. Okay. Hey, that's what's up. I mean, but that shows what kind of fan you are. You're the type that is just like me. Like, if I'm going to beat you, I want it fair down the middle. Where there's zero excuses. One Pride 40 says, Eddie Jackson even went after them. of all people, a Bears player. Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's going up against a Packers and Lions. So, like, both division games. Joseph Marsh says, seems like a fair trade. Yeah, see? So, it's Go Saints this year, so you eliminate Drew Brees. Because Drew Brees will retire on the very next Super Bowl. Oh, no, read the thing before. I'll trade you, Cam, if you do, Bears. Hey, come on now.
They have registered 6-5 against Flacco. All right, see if Denver can jump back into this ball game, and they start with a handoff.
I did not, but I seen the pictures of it.
Matthew coming up from his safety spot, a gain of just 1.
Yeah, the Broncos, they come out in a set and they bunch and bring everybody down into a tight formation. That brings Kansas City down, and they're overloading the box, and Matthew is making
Joseph Marsh says, Troxel, you will never have
like
me admit
earlier,
it.
they're tired of
would be better for Saints to win the Super Bowl.
And they have.
James Willis, there is a sign in downtown Detroit that has the referee with a cheese head on his head, doing the holding penalty type of sign. It's a big billboard of it.
So they're able to make an easy completion and then pick up the first down to Sanders. So the question as to whether or not he would be able to go tonight.
One Pride 40 says, don't you live in the D?
Sunday, but he's a really talented
currently, no, I don't.
His fellow SMU Mustang, Cortland Sutton.
Squident says, my dog died. Oh, my bad. Hey, prayers to your dog.
On first down, here's Sanders. And this plays
Detroit got that billboard up quick. Absolutely, Joseph Marshall. You know how we do.
More on Sanders, Christina.
Well, Sanders told me that the injury actually happened in the Chicago game, but he's been dealing with soreness in the knee ever since. He said he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play in this game after Sunday because of the tightness in the knee, but he said, you're not 100% at any point in the season. I'm ready to go, and I'm bringing my A game tonight.
He missed the last 4 games, Christina, with a torn Achilles, worked his way back. 2-time Pro Bowl receiver.
Here's their home run threat right here. Cortland Sutton. He's one-on-one.
They hand to Lindsey, looking for some blocks. He's out to the 49-yard line, where Damian Wilson brings him down, a gain of 5. Third down coming up.
Well, third down, and they've just not been good. They've only converted 1 third down in this game, and you know, most of them.
This is crazy that Philip Lindsay is not going off.
Third and 5.
Yeah, this is their shortest third down attempt by yardage, 3rd and 5.
Hey, then I tip my hat off and shake the Packers' hand and say, hey, we'll see you still week 17.
Swallowed up, another sack. 7 on the night for this KC defense.
Hey, Casey's defense came to ball today.
It looked like they're trying
Joseph
to
Marsh
get the
says,
ball
I
to
have a
DeMarcus
frame picture
Robinson, but
of
the Chiefs cover it up very well. That was to
should
Flacco's
have
left
been
side.
pass
He comes out
interference
looking to
call
his
in
right.
Rams versus Saints NFC
And
Championship
just not
on my
there,
wall
and
with
then
candles
he
under it like an altar.
Improvisational skills to make something happen, and pass rush gets to him once again.
Former Cleveland Brown.
You can get that, Joseph Marsh. That's crazy. Well, Pride 40 says, now they better have us splitting with Green Bay or the ref's going to get destroyed. Absolutely, One Pride 40. You know it.
Able to get back on it. That could have been a golden opportunity for Denver. 40-yard.
Joseph Marshall says, and a Roby Coleman jersey next to it. Hold on, you guys, 1 second.
Ours, dogs. Where's your...
Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. Joseph Marshall says, you won for the NFC South. That is all that matters. One Pride 40 says, if not the Army, gonna send a Predator drone against the refs. Hey, they better do something because the refs need to get it together. James Willis says, I have a picture of Eddie Murray's missed field goal attempt. If the field goal was good, Lions would have went to the Super Bowl. That is such a heartbreaking picture, man. Why would you have that? I guess motivation, though. If you're going to look at it on the bright side. Joseph Marshall says, when was this James Will is? What? Oh, when was... Oh, that was... 1982? No, what do you call it? The last time we won a playoff game was 1991. That was with Barry Sanders and company. They were in the they were in the
Joe,
NFC
Troy,
title game, and they were facing the Washington Redskins.
People to my left.
Squidden says, same with the illegal hands to the face with the Lions. Absolutely.
Gain of 1.
And I think it's ironic, the very next day, what do you call it? They say, that was the wrong call. Story of the Lions' life. James Willis says, it's all I have for hope. Oh, absolutely. Hey, we going to have some hope this year, especially after Monday night. We're going to rally together, and God help the Vikings fans that, or as I call them, the Vikings fans that come into Ford Field, because their ears will bleed.
Little play action here for Moore. He comes underneath to McCoy. He hangs the football out, but able to cover it.
Matt McCoy is going to start leading the league in fumbles, holding the ball out like that.
He's a veteran guy, 12 years, but he has not. Like I said,
One Pride 40 says, if I'm not sending the Undertaker after them, hey, all you got to do is call my name.
Well, just don't turn the ball over. Don't give him a short field. Be smart with the football. If it's there, take it. If it's not,
I'll dress up as a ref to disguise myself and come out of the ground and tombstone them.
To make the play, because the offense has just not been able to show an ability to drive the length since the first possession.
Squidden says, man, thanks for the live streaming this, and the commentary is amazing. Oh, I appreciate that. And like I said, man, sorry about your dog, man. I hate when a person loses their pet, man. That stinks.
Defense number 25. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Terrific player is Chris Harris, 4-time Pro Bowler, and
took that right hand.
And the crazy thing is, 11 should have caught that.
I don't see anything really hindering.
One Pride 40 says,
what'd you think, Mike?
Oh, bro.
Same thing that
laughing
you
face.
think, Troy. You do have the hand around. Not all contact is a foul. It is a hook and turn, but without the hook, it's really not a foul.
Squidden says, thanks. Anytime, brother, man. I appreciate that, man. Like, you coming in and saying those kind of words. Definitely appreciate that. And, like I said, my condolences to your dog, man.
Back in 2016, came off the bench.
James Willis says it was against the 49ers in 1983.
Started that playoff game, lost in Pittsburgh.
1983. Now you got me thinking about that game.
Healthy, active quarterback left. Anthony Sherman, the fullback, we're told, is the emergency quarterback. 2nd and 3. Kelsey with another Kansas City first down. Harris out there to make the stop.
One Pride 40 says, screw the tombstone, you got to choke slam them. Hey, how about if I choke slam them, tombstone them, and then give them the last ride?
Quick passing, get the ball out of his hand, nothing down the field is being thrown.
Squint says the team do all of you? What team do all of you go for? This channel is primarily a Detroit Lions fan base. Joseph Marshall is the Panthers. But we accept all fans. As long as everybody keeps it respectful, we keep it respectful back.
And fight for the football in the first quarter.
What team do you go for, Squidden?
Last week is good for 6.
Yeah, well, you get the ball in his hands and then you just let him go. He showed some of that frustration.
Joseph Marshall says, then there is just this random Panthers fan.
Biggest home run hitter in the game, Tyreek Hill, 18 touchdowns of any kind of 40 or more yards.
Actually, 83 may have been when the Michigan Panthers won the title.
Pass out of the reach of Hill. Duke Dawson defending. 3rd and 4.
Oh, you're a Broncos fan. Okay, that's what's up. Actually, I used to live out in Arizona, so I am technically a Cardinals fan, but being a Lions fan and a Cardinals fan, at least got to find a third team. So I did root for the Broncos as well. I do have a Peyton Manning jersey, so absolutely, I definitely feel you on that one. Joseph Marshall says, "No, why?" Yeah, Panthers don't like the what do you call it? The Broncos.
It's Kelsey coming across. It looked like it was Byron Pringle, number 13.
Hey, but it's all good though. Now I know this chat's gonna get lively.
Number 13, 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
He comes up and picks Alexander Johnson, the linebacker, and a good call. But the way that Denver was playing there over Kelsey, he had soft coverage. He could have just ran 5 yards and turned around and picked it up.
Instead of a 1st and 10 at the Denver 34, 3rd and 14 at the Kansas City 38.
Panthers 4-2. Everyone shut up. Hey, come on now. Hey, Joseph, come on now. That's a low blow. No refs help included.
Launches downfield. It's not there for Hill. He's looking for a flag and doesn't get it. Kareem Jackson was the closest to him.
One Pride 40 says, how did Mahomes' injury look? At first it looked bad, but once he got off the actual playing field and was on the sidelines, and they popped his kneecap back, it was he was walking under his own power and things like that. I think right now is just, they're gonna probably just take it easy on him. Hopefully a week of rest, he can maybe come back, but. He was only in the X-ray machine for literally like 2 to 5 minutes. Hey, I appreciate that, Nathan Retta. Appreciate the subscription. Squident says, "Oh yeah, Dolphins 5-0. He means 0-5." Yeah, they definitely take him for Tua. Joseph Marshall says, "One Pride, he had to have his knee pop back into place. If I ever go to a Colorado, it will not be a fun time."
Also ties his career.
I'll be getting into fights with Broncos fans. Hey, man, you don't got to get into fights with Broncos fans, man. You got to more or less get into a fight with Cam Newton. The ball fell right in front of his feet, and he failed to jump on it. You can't blame nobody besides Cam Newton, for not getting it done. Justice LaFlame, he says, "Yes, sir. Hey, what's going on? I appreciate you stopping in. First time I seen you, I appreciate you, coming in. Justice, what team are you rooting for? And what's your favorite team?" Squid says, tanking for Tua is basically unstoppable now, which I find hilarious. Absolutely. And he says, yeah, rip Cam. Joseph Marshall says Cam is hiding right now. Absolutely. He's looking like Whitney Houston from The Bodyguard with all them scarves on his head. Like, come on now. What you trying to look like a woman for? Them tight pants and tight shirts and scarf on your head, and he got some real shoes, some real issues. Joseph Marshall says if you say Saints, One Pride 40 says imagine being Dolphins fans. I can't. Yeah, I feel bad for the Dolphins fans. Real talk. One Pride 40 says imagine being. Oh, I already read that. Squint says Kyle Allen is basically stealing his job. Absolutely. And it's, I mean, for me, I like that. That, you know, a rookie has pretty much came in and took your job because, you know, you haven't been performing. And then you got injured, and that was all the excuse to lose your job. You know, and plus Kyle Allen is a way better quarterback as far as being a pocket passer. Justice the Flame says Broncos. Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Here, Broncos owner Pat Bowlen from 1984 to 2019.
Hey, rest in peace, Pat Bowlen, man. Great owner.
He's a Hall of Famer, a 3-time Super Bowl champion. 2 times with the great John Elway, and then with the great Peyton Manning in Super Bowl 50.
One Pride 40 says, well, gotta go to work in the morning. All right, One Pride 40, I appreciate you stopping in, man. You have a blessed day at work, and try not to work too hard.
For Kansas City.
Yeah, it's kind of time for
Squid says, yep, R.I.P., absolutely.
As good as that defense was last Sunday against Tennessee, the offense was every bit as bad. And it was a season low. They've been worse tonight.
Here's Freeman. He's brought down short of a first down by Claiborne. He was a recent add to the roster, so 3rd down and short. Yeah, last week, 2 out of 14 on 3rd down against Tennessee. That 14% was the lowest conversion rate on 3rd down by any team in a win this season.
Well, they couldn't convert 3rd and 5 the last time. Now let's see if they can do 3rd and 2.
Flacco throws, and it's incomplete for Fant. And right now it's a quick 3 and out.
And this crowd is not happy. You watch Joe Flacco and you see the pass rush and you see the lane that opens up for him to where he can go get this 2 yards.
Yep,
right
it
there,
is.
Right there. You just
well, now it's 10:23.
He just has not moved particularly well. Granted, he has been under pressure, and there's been times when he's not been able to do anything. With 7 sacks on the night, Kansas City came into this game with 11 sacks on the season. So they've gotten after this offensive line and Joe Flacco, but there's been times where he could take it and go get it.
Broncos are under 100 yards of offense since their first possession. Punt hauled in by DeAnthony Thomas after a 47-yard boot by...
Joseph Marshall says Saints are on evil team. Don't let the facts that they are called the Saints make you think.
That's against pass.
Make you think that it is good to cheer for them. Joseph Marshall says, remember Bountygate. Justice says, I mean, I'm no saint, but why do you have them so much? Oh, hate them so much. Okay. Joseph Marshall says, I am a Panthers fan. Absolutely. That's a division rival. But No, I definitely think that the Saints. I know Joseph Marshall, you're gonna boo it again, but I do think that the Saints are gonna win the Super Bowl this year, get Breeze that championship, to have it ring number 2, and then go out on top. Justin says, I'm going to go. I lost hope in my own team. Hey, try being a Lions fan. Real talk, we got to go through refs and, the opponent. So, but I appreciate you stopping in, Justice. You're more than welcome to come back onto the channel, man. You're awesome here. And, hopefully the Broncos, if the Broncos could get themselves a quarterback and a better offensive line, you guys are set. I'm definitely a Bradley Chubbs, Von Miller duo huge fan. Squident says Teddy Bridgewater is doing some good work out there, though. Absolutely, he is. Bro, that wasn't even illegal. Hands to the face. Hey, hands to the shoulders, not hands to the face. That's why I say I think the Vikings are going to have their hands full because we're going to come out mad. We're going to play discipline, and we're going to be hungry. Justice says, I know, I don't really like Joe Flacco. Yeah. I hope that that the rookie you guys got comes through because, that'd be huge for you guys.
Inside the stadium, the Broncos, after winning 2 straight, trail at home to the Chiefs. Here's a pass that's caught by Robinson, and he's out of bounds with a first down. A missed tackle by Devontae Harris, and a catch and run of 16 yards.
Squidden says Joe Flacco is all right, I guess. We need a better O-line if I'm being honest. Absolutely. Your quarterback is always what your O-line makes him. That goes for all 32 teams. Joseph Marshall says touchdown Chiefs, Tyreek Hill. Hey, that helps. Who's that? 140's fantasy team? Oh, wow.
Gone for the touchdown. No flags. The All-Pro is
Spin says our O-line is poop. Wow, rest in peace to our team.
Yeah, and I don't know if this was designed.
Man, this is rough. I actually, beginning of the stream says Broncos going to beat the Chiefs. And the reason why I said that was play man defense, let Philip Lindsay run, and put pressure on Patrick Mahomes.
And it looked to me like it was a little improvisation on his part, and then Moore finding him.
Matt Moore gets his first touchdown pass since November 26th of 2017 at New England, and he hit Tyreek Hill in stride.
Yeah, he did, and they just, they have not been able to get pressure. They're not a big blitz defense. They haven't been able to get pressure really on the quarterback. Moore gaining more and more confidence, and then with a clean pocket, he's able to deliver, and you can't go to sleep on this guy. You see Andy Big Red likes it. He likes it. This offense has been a big play offense, for a few years now, and it's like a relay team at the wide receiver position. They got a lot of speed, and that defense is constantly under pressure, trying to hold up and not give up the big play, and the dam broke.
Squidden says, don't forget the fact that the Falcons blew a 28-3 lead. Absolutely.
27-6.
Joseph Marshall says, been 3 days since
Patrick Mahomes was injured
fake.
on 4th and 1
Oh, fail movie.
10 minutes left in the second quarter.
So how you holding up on that, Joseph Marshall?
At the end of that possession, got a defensive score from Ragland on a fumble forced on a hit by Anthony Hitchens, and now get an offensive touchdown from Matt Moore to Tyreek Hill. And the hill, so to speak, just got a little steeper for Joe Flacco.
Well, Flacco still looks pretty relaxed out there.
On first down, they hand it off. Lindsey, nowhere to go.
Come on, Lindsey.
If you haven't had a chance to catch Friday night SmackDown on Fox yet, Broncos had 75 yards on their opening drive for a touchdown. 98 yards of offense since, and another miss by the rookie Fant.
Well, that's
Joseph Marshall says a guy in my class,
if Joe Flacco
what I
puts that
believe
on him, no
flirted
fan,
with her,
run.
and a
It's
piece
a
of me
4-5
died in
guy,
that
tight
class.
end, and just an underthrown
Cruel
ball, he should
world.
catch it. I mean, it's not a great
Hey,
throw,
that's
but
what I
he should
told
catch
you.
it. But if he hits it
Go
in
up to
stride,
her
he's
best
got a couple
friend
steps on the defender. Pretty
and do
casual,
whatever
you know,
it takes to
that
take
first
her
down
out
play
on a
and just
date.
coming up to the
Show
line
her
of
the
scrimmage
most amazing date ever. And the girl that you like will come running back.
Life. Coming out of that huddle for Denver.
Third down and 9. This one's batted back. Agba,
Joseph Marshall
who had
says,
a
I'd give up a
sack
playoff
earlier,
opportunity to go
rejects
out
that
with her.
pass from Joe Flacco, and this crowd has seen enough.
They push Elijah Wilkinson back.
Oh yeah, Drew Lock was the rookie quarterback. Like, I hope Drew Lock can come out and really take over instead of Flacco.
That as well tonight.
They came in tied for the third most 3-and-outs across the NFL. They've got back-to-back 3-and-outs here, as they trail now by 21. Catch made by Thomas. And he is brought
Abdul
down
Terrell
as the Chiefs
says
get the ball back. They lead.
Denver needs a good fight, no Mahomes, and still getting beat. Yeah, that's crazy. They're down 21 points. Joseph Marshall says, and Abdul pops out of nowhere. Squidden says, yo. Joseph Marshall says, what a coincidence. John Doe says, is Lindsey hurt? I haven't seen him go down. But I know that they're bottling him up, which is not cool. But welcome to the chat, John Doe. I appreciate you stopping in. Squidden says, I just hope we fix this. Oh, absolutely. You know, if you guys take care of your offensive line, hopefully speed up Drew Lock. You know, his learning curve. You know, and plays fundamentally sound defense. You guys will be straight because you do have a run game. You got some wide receivers. You got Noah Fant. So, I mean, you guys got, you know, some opportunities to make a great team. John Doe says 100. I appreciate that. Abdul Terrell says Mahomes done for at least 2 weeks. At least, hopefully, he didn't tear his MPFL. Yeah, I know they had to pop back his kneecap, I believe. That is crazy. But, you know, hey, prayers out to Patrick Mahomes. You know, the Madden curse struck again. Ouch. Abdul Terrell says, happened to me 8 times.
Bud Light Platinum.
Squid says, another one bites the dust.
By State Farm. Beautiful night in Denver.
Joseph Marshall says,
and
life story.
It ends. The weather for the Broncos fans at the moment, down by 21. The team that's won 2 straight. A handoff here to LaShawn McCoy, gain of 7. Aaron, do you have any more info on Patrick Mahomes?
No more info, but we just wanted to revisit, obviously, what happened with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Joe, 4th and 1. You see Patrick Mahomes with the sneak. And he was down for a bit, grabbing at that right knee. Of course, then he went back into the locker room. And he went into the x-ray room. Probably 2 minutes in there is when we got the word he was out. There are obviously rumors floating around Twitter right now. No word yet from Kansas City what his injury is.
Here's a handoff to McCoy, a little hesitation, and he's about a yard short of a first down. Now, Twitter is saying dislocated kneecap. You saw that replay of them just popping that kneecap back in place. And then needing a lot of help to get up. It seemed like with every step that Patrick Mahomes
says, I hope Kermit Mahomes is okay.
Hey,
he does sound like Kermit the Frog.
And Joe, just to add with that, you know, Andy Reid came up to me at
but
halftime
absolutely,
and said to me
I do hope that he's
okay. He's going to be okay. And I can tell you, after watching Carson Wentz and when he went down in Los Angeles and his expression when he came out of the x-ray room, it was nothing close to this with Mahomes. Obviously, Wentz was done after that. Everybody from this Kansas City team to the training staff does not look that upset. Obviously, not happy he's not out here, but it doesn't seem to be the news where it could be for a long time that he's out.
Well, here is Martinez Rankin, who is down. He's getting the start at left guard tonight for the injured Andrew Wiley, who made the first 5 starts at that spot. He was on the right side last year when Duvernay Tardif went down. Played 5 games and a broken leg last year. And it's Stefan Wisniewski, who is just added, 9-year pro, former Philadelphia Eagle.
Abdul Terrell says, that's how I know I tore mine. Squid says, he really does, absolutely. Joseph Marshall says, Kermit Mahomes and Piggy Reed.
Philadelphia with Doug Peterson.
It's a good insurance policy.
Abdul Terrell says, I never heard him talk. Now I have to look him up.
3rd down and 1. It's the fullback fighting for the first down, Anthony Sherman. So the emergency quarterback picks up a first down.
Squidden says, look him up. Just search up Kermit Mahomes.
Well, 3rd and short, they're able to get just enough and keep possession of this ball. And, you know, if Matt Moore and the offense and everyone was feeling comfortable at 20-6, well, you can imagine how good they're feeling right now with just doing whatever they want to do until at least Denver shows something, which doesn't look like it's going to happen.
McCoy breaks a tackle. And with that shiftiness out to the 49, a gain of 3. How about some teams here as we play?
All right. Bills only lost to the Pats. Raiders won 2 straight. Cowboys lost 3 straight. Rams lost 3 straight. And Chargers lost 2 straight.
Niners is, and after starting 2-2, the LA Chargers have lost a couple in a row.
Joseph Marshall says Troxel telling the best friend thing won't work.
Travis Kelce was the target, and Devontae Harris was almost the one.
Joseph Marshall says, 1, I have no clue who it is. 2, I don't trust them enough to tell.
Yeah, a lot of good things happen around the league, and then there's some things that aren't quite so good. When you talk about, you know, the Cowboys haven't lost 3 in a row, but how about the 49ers and the job Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have done? And, you know, they've done it in a style that used to kind of be the norm back in the day. We were talking about what Denver wants to do here. Well, you know, they're running the football. They're playing good defense. The play action. John Gruden, he's running the football awfully well. They're 3-2, playing some good football.
Here's Moore trying to escape and just able to get rid of the football and throw it away. Heavy pressure there by Von Miller. It's fourth down.
You know, Vic Fangio he's just never been a real big blitz guy, and they'll scheme and come up with some different looks, but you got an edge rusher like Von Miller, he's usually enough for you. But because Kansas City has gotten so comfortable, I'm a little surprised that he hasn't just sold out, just trying to create havoc and maybe get some takeaways to try to climb back into this.
Joseph Marshall says, my plan is wait for her to move, then use my scripted speech on Messenger.
By Deontay Spencer.
Squid says, do you think the outcome of the Patriots and Giants would have been different if Eli was in? I personally think they would have done a little bit better because Eli has more experience. Again, just an opinion. I think so. You know, I mean, you know, Eli has beat Bill Belichick and Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. So, you know, that's going to remain a mystery. Joseph Marshall says, too much of a coward to do it while she is still here. Hey, come on, Joseph. You gotta man up, man. Man up and keep pounding. Ain't that what your guys' slogan is? Abdul Trail says, just looked it up. Kept waiting for Fozzie to come out. About time, Freeman. Let's go. They do have a nice 1-2 punch at running back. Freeman and Lindsey. Joseph Marshall says, once she knows, all her friends will know, and they will never let it go. Squidden says, wow, they are not completing anything. Abdul Terrell says, wait till Theo comes back. Oh, that is right. Theo Riddick is with the Broncos.
That's Garrett Bowles' third holding penalty. And Frank Clark, I mean, he was a high-priced guy. They gave up a lot to bring him in. And I know that when we would get ready for Seahawks games, you couldn't put on a tape.
Keep pounding is for football only, says Joseph Marshall.
Much destruction.
Yeah, but it could be a way of life as well. Like one pride is, yeah, it's football, but it's also a way of life.
That is 8 sacks.
Also, Bryce Callahan, absolutely. Joseph Marshall says, difficult way to live by. Squidden says, and Bradley. Yeah, Bradley Roby. Yeah, they definitely need to get healthy. A no fear lifestyle, says Joseph Marshall. Abdul Trust says, sometimes you have to take your shot. Joseph, we've all been hurt or embarrassed at some time in our life. It happens. Absolutely. And I got a special announcement coming next week. So stay tuned. I took a shot. And it possibly paid off huge. Let's just say the Sports Movement Network might be going big time. Joseph Marshall says, I assume her best friend is her twin. Embarrassment is the worst. It's high school. It sticks with you. Yeah, you might have that mindset now because you are in there. But, you know, trust and believe. You know, there's going to come a time you're going to be like, you know what? What if I would have done that? What if I would have done this? You know. So I'd rather have embarrassment over regret. Joseph Marshall says, you sold out to Campbell's soup like Barkley, my God, Troxel. No, I didn't. We didn't sell out. Trust and what do you call it? Trust and believe.
It has not been a good night in any way. Here's Fance as Flacco has to check it down on 2nd and 21. Sorensen on the stop.
Abdul Terrell says, don't know if I should say congratulations. You may be talking about contraband deal. No, it is not a contraband deal.
Golf in the afternoon on the right day, and John
he also says, just joking. Congratulations, Troxel. I appreciate that.
Can't like what he's seeing from this offense at all. 3rd down and 14.
Let's just put it this way. I never would have thought in a million years somebody would have replied back to me.
Is caught, but Sanders is a yard short of a 1st down. It'll be
Joseph Marshall says, guess I can't manage to destroy what shreds is friendship we have left.
It's a good catch.
It's a good catch. It was not a good throw. I mean, if you throw it where it needs to be thrown, he catches it and picks up the 1st down, and it's not 4th and 1.
Have to go for it down by 21. They flip it.
Hey, let's just put it this way. If it's all like that, Abdul Terrell, the Gridiron Blitz wouldn't be nowhere near that.
He had to get around Tonio Passanio. He did, and then got 3 and a 1st down.
Oh, yeah, Brock Osweiler did officially retire.
Signed or traded for. Flacco, another sack. Reggie Ragland gets on the list and a loss of 6. And now Kansas City is looking at what could be a franchise sack record, which sits at 11.
They're doing it with a 4-man rush.
Just Marshall says, got to throw a Hail Mary and pray for the best.
With over 12 minutes to
Joseph
go.
Marshall says, Joe Sacco. Wacko Flacco, Joe Sacco.
You show that with John Elway and
now I see why the Baltimore Ravens were quick to
Peyton Manning.
Oh, I bet you that's the Patrick Mahomes video.
One of the greatest of all time, and he knows quarterbacks as well as
but you know, to get rid of him from Baltimore.
They're hard to develop. They're hard to locate. They're hard to bring in. When you've got one, you don't let them go. But it has been
Abdul Terrell says, if you really want to keep her as a friend, then maybe hold up if you're being truthful and not being scared.
And he's swallowed up by Felton. They can't even go downfield.
No, Just Marshall says, I got the sense of humor to push through this. Absolutely.
There's as many people still here at the game.
Well,
I always say, laughter and smile heals the soul.
What they've seen from this offensive approach. They can't block anybody. Flacco's getting sacked. They're 1 for 11 on 3rd down. Can't sustain any drives after that first possession.
The amount of people you know that will look at
Kansas.
You, realize afterwards it's worse than you realize. There are double the eyes. Oh, absolutely, Abdul Terrell. You already know. Hey, if me and the Gridiron Blitz become big timers, you know, the entire Sports Movement Network is coming with us. You know, because without you guys, we ain't nothing. That's hashtag truth and hashtag facts. Joseph Marshall says, I'd like a reference to a reference, LOL. I got you. Okay, so after this live stream, I got a video to watch by Brian Sutterer, MD. He's a doctor that is going to explain the Patrick Mahomes knee injury. It is a dislocated kneecap and could miss the season. Wow. That is huge. So depending on the severity, Patrick Mahomes could be done for the year.
Out on the Kansas City defense, a smothering effort here tonight in Denver as the handoff is to Damian Williams. A gain of 1. Purcell made the stop.
Yeah, Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, and you know, a maligned guy based on how his defense had played in the run defense, and they've done everything about it as well as the 85 Bears tonight, the way that they've looked, and good for
that's
Steve
hashtag
Spagnuolo,
truth.
what a great
Abdul
opportunity
Terrell.
right now for Matt
He said,
Moore,
what do you call it?
like we
Talk
said,
to
he
your
hasn't
dad
played
and
along the
what do you
score
call
that
it?
is. You know,
And get some good advice, because obviously, you know, us elder folks definitely has been there, done that.
Will hop out of bounds. They'll mark him at the
Abdul Terrell says, wow, he tore it then.
We're not real sure exactly what Pat Mahomes.
I mean, I think they got to still do an MRI and things like that, depending on the swelling and things like that. So, I mean, we got to still kind of wait for that to come out, but it possibly could be a tear, Abdul.
You'd want to get Matt Moore as many reps throwing the football as possible.
This crowd's still in it.
Oh, what's going on, James Willis? Welcome back.
Moore brought down behind the line of scrimmage, and that's Walker. DeMarcus Walker now up to 4 sacks on the year. That's a loss of 2, and it brings about 4th down.
Yeah, he's right in the middle. He had 2 sacks on Sunday, and then he gets the first one All these sacks we've been seeing have all come from the Kansas City Chiefs, and now the Broncos, they finally get one of their own from DeMarcus Walker.
Oh, James Willis. I did just break the news that it is a kneecap injury for Patrick Mahomes, and he could miss the entire season.
Spencer waiting. Hangs in the air forever, and Spencer gets popped at the 35.
I mean, obviously, like I was telling everyone, you know, they have to still do an MRI and things like that, but, you know, Abdul Terrell says he possibly could have tore it. You know, if he misses the season, he tore it. Yeah, I know James Willis. The Packers next week. And that's the team I had, you know, us gaining that one game against.
In the game.
All right, Abdul Terrell, definitely check that out.
And get their head coach Andy Reid his 200th win as an NFL head coach. Starting at the 35. Out of the shotgun, and they hand off to Lindsey.
Oh.
Hard gets about 9. Good block by Ron Leary.
So close to the first down.
Well, the defense for the Kansas City
Quinn said, "What happened to the commentary?" Hey, we still here. You know, we just enjoying it, man. We got 9.5 minutes left. Philip Lindsay got the first down.
So promising after the first drive too.
There must be a huge algorithm about the ways the Lions get screwed.
Pretty much just saying, hey, let's.
Hey, hashtag truth, James. Hashtag truth.
They didn't huddle the last possession.
There must be a huge algorithm about the ways that the Lions get screwed. Abdul Terrell says what they usually do to fix it, and what I had done was a year and a half before I felt right. Oh, wow. But I was 43. That's crazy.
I mean, they're going to get their rookie Drew Lock back. He's on IR with a thumb injury. Has to miss the first 8 weeks, but he can play later in the year, and they can evaluate what they have in him if they want to throw him out there.
I would definitely throw Drew Lock out there as soon as you get a chance to.
Hamilton for a gain of 4.
I'm a little surprised even in this
what are
game,
your
they
opinions
didn't
on
go with their
Elway?
backup
Many
tonight,
people saying
Brandon
fire
Allen.
Elway.
Yeah, the way this has gone, and especially if there's.
I think it's going to rest on, what do you call it, on
huge game
Drew Lock.
I mean, it was a big game for Kansas City, too, having lost 2
because
but especially for Denver.
Drew Lock has got to be the guy.
You're playing the leader, and you have a chance to.
You know, outside of Peyton Manning, the Broncos hasn't had really anybody to really be able to build your franchise around at the quarterback position. So if Drew Lock is that guy, then, you know, that'd be one less major thing on
the most sacks in a game, by the way, in an
on John Elway's list.
Last time it happened,
Zach
the Giants
McNully says, "Hey, what's going on, Zach? I appreciate you stopping in."
Steve Spagnuolo's first year as defensive coordinator for that Giants
Abdul
defense.
Terrell says, "Hurt like heck."
Team that went on to win the Super Bowl.
Joseph Marshall says he won the Super Bowl. Now he thinks he is the Broncos organization. The Gridiron Blitz says this is terrible. Hey, Gridiron Blitz, did you hear about the news on Patrick Mahomes?
And now the Broncos turn it over on downs with 8:10 left. And we'll take a break.
Joseph Marshall says 2 Super Bowls. Squidit says, for how long has Drew Lock been out? It must have been since the start of the season with the finger or with the thumb injury. So he is technically eligible to come back next week. He has to sit out the first 8 weeks. So like week 9 he could start playing if he's healthy. He might not be out there right away. Obviously you got to get your game legs and things like that. But I could say by week 11, he probably will be your starter. Joseph Marshall says, Belichick popped open a bottle of champagne after Mahomes went down. Probably did. I wouldn't doubt Belichick. Hey, I appreciate the new subscription. Truly appreciate that. The Smoker Session says you got your blowout. Is Von Miller Detroit bound now? I mean, it probably not this week. I mean, I think next week is the trade deadline. So, I mean, hey, if Detroit can talk to them and, and John Elway can, come out with a good deal that helps both teams, then it could very well come down and we could get Von Miller. I know we're going to probably have to come up with some draft picks. Now, how many and what type of draft picks? Obviously, I'm not no general manager, so, I won't speak on that. But, I will say, hey, it could very well happen. Joseph Marshall says both that bottle and Mahomes knee pop. Abdul Terrell says John Elway is the greatest GM ever as long as he realizes he needs to build,
one of a kind,
to rebuild and
He was awesome.
the best.
And they were the best
rebuild and trades us and trades us Von Miller for a 4th rounder. Hey, if we get Von Miller for a 4th, and maybe say maybe even Miles Killebrew. Hey, I would do it. And that would help. The secondary / linebacking of the Broncos, and also give them another young talent with the draft pick. Joseph Marshall says Panthers and Lions play next year.
A loss of 3.
I do think it'd be something, Joe, as we celebrate the 100th year of the
I know
the
you guys
NFL.
are going to have revenge on your guys' mind because we did win last year, as we got our revenge last year.
That would be interesting with Lamar Hunt being the one who started the AFL and then coined the term Super
Let the
Bowl,
rivalry begin. Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a fun rivalry, man.
You know, a lot of that.
You know, before the game, we're going to wish each other best of luck. After the game, we're going to shake and say, nice job, you know.
2nd down and 13. Pass is low and caught by Tyreek Hill. Diving grab. Short of the 1st down, but strong catch by number 10.
Joseph Marshall says you won because Gano was sucking and he went for 2 and missed it. I'll let the excuses commence. We got a new kicker. Things will be different. You also got a new quarterback too. Excuses, he says. It was facts. Hey, don't matter if you win by a touchdown or a field goal. A win's a win. We had revenge on our mind.
Alexander Johnson. He came shooting through there.
And we got Christian McCaffrey. Hey, you guys had Christian McCaffrey last year. He says buckle up.
And so Damian Williams was dropped. Short of 1st down.
Squint says LOL Rams going to have to get ready. Oh, absolutely. And with the additional Jalen Ramsey, you know, that's going to be crazy.
A little banged up on that play. That's right now.
That's so crazy that Jalen Ramsey is a Ram. And like the Ram said, hey, you can't spell Ramsey without Ram.
Jones being at the top of that list.
Joseph Marshall says, poor Rams. I thought you liked the Rams for beating the Saints, Joseph. Got to make up your mind.
And it is a 24-point game.
Oh, snap.
And the majority of this without Patrick Mahomes.
Ramsey and Bortles reunited at last.
In the 2nd quarter with a knee injury. Ruled out. His long-term status unknown at this point. Early detection and healthy habits are the best bet.
Yeah, you can get that one, Joseph. Abdul Terrell says 5 years, imagine.
Cancer Society developed the Defender.
The Smoke Session says, what's the Mahomes report? It is a dislocated kneecap, and he could be out for the year. Obviously, he still has to go through the MRI process, so we'll know more, you know, within the next couple days. Probably by Saturday, we'll know if he's out for the year or not.
Looks like it'll be Flacco.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it will be Joe Flacco.
How about the 49ers? You touched on it earlier.
Joel Terrell says Rams.
Job that's been done by Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, wrong one. Abdul Terrell says Rams don't have a 1st-round pick for 5 straight years. That is crazy. Joseph Marsh says Ramsey and Bortles lift us up where we belong, where the Eagles fly on the mountainside. Love lift us up where we belong.
In New England, and they've gotten that.
Abdul Terrell says starting this year, it's a song, says Joseph Marshall.
Freeman with a catch, and he lowers his
Squid
shoulder
says
for 1st down.
Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl all the time after Peyton Manning retired. Yeah, and you want to know the crazy part is?
In Houston,
the New England Patriots and the Alabama Crimson Tide since 2012 has alternated championship titles.
I know his quote during the week caught your eye. They're at Washington this week. The 49ers are trying to get to 6-0.
Joseph Marshall says it sounds better when sung with the beat. Abdul Terrell says Ramsey threw Bortles under the bus. And then Joseph Marshall says now Ramsey under the bus. Ethan Dennis says, "Hey, remember me? Absolutely. What's going on, Ethan? How's it going?"
Only he didn't coach with his brother or his father.
I know you.
Squidden says, really "I love Crimson Tide, my favorite team." That's what's up.
I do. I think he's.
I got a friend that he likes my Michigan squad as well, but he's also a Alabama Crimson Tide as well.
Franchises are competitive, but it's been so long since that's happened.
Joseph Marsh says we must send Bortles to overthrow Kim Jong-un.
That'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team comes on. The Broncos on 3rd down are now. Listen,
Ethan Dennis says not much. Also good. Dallas died last game.
Spanning parts of the
Absolutely.
last 4 games.
It's probably
that was crazy though. How do you lose to the Jets?
In place that limits players' ability.
You know, but hey, maybe Matt Patricia.
I'm not so sure
you know, takes a page out of you know, the New York Jets' book.
1 for 13
and you know, he comes out with a similar game plan. Hopefully it works for us, because we do definitely play Dallas here in about 4 weeks. Let me look up the schedule real fast.
Tonight after the post game, only on NFL Network.
In 5 weeks, on November 17th.
Throwing NFL-sized footballs around. And
Abdul Terrell says he did an interview last year where he said, "You know whose fault it is, the guy they have gave $20 million to." Joseph Marshall says, "Take a page from the New York Jets flight manual." Squint says, "Honestly, give Sam Darnold MVP for that." Absolutely.
Drew Brees knows that is a potential championship football team. And then you go down and everything changes.
You know, if you want to make a name for yourself, you beat America's team. Point blank, period.
And kind of man the ship until Breeze comes back. That's pretty awesome.
Hey man, I still remember the days where Peyton Manning was playing in Denver, and they actually overthrew America's team, and they were known as America's team. It was brief, but it happened.
And you think about how they've been.
Ethan Dennis says, "Yeah, I was going to ask you if you knew the Lions will be getting a harder game this time." Absolutely. I definitely think. Oh yeah, Von Miller does look mad. You know, I definitely do think. I mean, even this week. This week this Sunday we play against the Minnesota Vikings. You know, then we get two somewhat easier, teams in the Giants and the Raiders. And then we play the Chicago Bears in Chicago. So we're definitely got a tough schedule ahead still, but, keep doing your job, keep playing hard, and rally around, and, we should be in good shape. I think, Monday Night Football galvanize this team.
And do it again. Not easy to do.
What channel is this on? I have it on NFL Network.
You see the South.
But it is on Fox as well.
To Kyle Allen because of that Liz Frank.
Squidit says, "Yeah, now Broncos have fallen ever since, which I may find very sad." It is sad. But I mean, that's you win and lose games in the trenches and offensive line. Helping hurt your quarterback. So I hope that the Broncos can get back to being a very competitive squad. I do love their colors. That orange and dark blue and navy blue. Actually, the jerseys they have on now is the one of the Peyton Manning jersey I have is the orange and little bit of blue on it. Joseph Marsh says,
face mask is what
no Carolina quarterback controversies pop up. Squid says, also Sam Darnold, Hail Mary was insane. Absolutely. We chose our quarterback. Just leave us alone. Ethan Dennis says, oh, well, they don't have a chance against the Chiefs. Yeah, it's 30-6 with a minute left.
Across the 25, Pringle makes the stop on Spencer.
You know, but this is the quote-unquote garbage time that, hey, give me something to rally around for next week.
Those guys and Steve Spagnuolo
you know,
are going to be
a big play here, can possibly do wonders for next week.
Wins over the Broncos. Kansas City will be
always end on a high note.
Andy Reid, their head coach, will get his 200th career win in the NFL.
Wow, 200th career win.
And to do it without their all-pro, all-world quarterback, in addition to that, even when he went down, the Broncos were no threat, and that's because of the way that defense played. And these
Abdul
Thursday
Sherrill
night games,
says, I don't use Twitter much or really
does not matter.
Tweet Elway for me. Tell him Von Miller to the D, please, and then
City,
get
with the break,
and get some O-line help.
All
right, I will try to find John Elway's Twitter account, and I will definitely do that for you, Abdul. But you definitely need to join the Twitter fam. It's a riot. It's a lot of fun.
A great coach and a great man, Marty Schottenheimer.
All right, the Chiefs win 30, Broncos 6. So the Chiefs go 5-2, and Broncos are 2-5
in the history of the NFL. That handshake for Vic
but
Andy Reid, and
yeah, for all you guys that are new, definitely subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell, set it to all. Definitely check out my description. I have my best friend, the Gridiron Blitz, as well as the other members of the Sports Movement Network. Me and the Gridiron Blitz are doing this the whole year. And then after football, I will be, full-fledged into basketball season because I do basketball and football. Usually Wednesdays and Saturdays are my basketball days, and then every other day is usually football. And then after football season, I'll be picking up a little bit more of basketball as well. But I truly appreciate you guys all. That was a tough loss for the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs did win, but it did come at a price of losing Patrick Mahomes for possibly the entire season. So the Madden curse has struck again. My prayers are with Patrick Mahomes. I hope he does have a Godspeed recovery. I never want to see an injury to anybody. So definitely we gotta, my prayers are with Patrick Mahomes and his family, that he has a Godspeed recovery. Injuries are never tough. I know I've had an injury doing basketball and football, and it's never easy. It does weigh a lot on your mind, but you gotta bounce back and show the world like, hey, I was made for this game. But with that being said, I definitely truly appreciate you guys all. And definitely come back tomorrow on my channel, probably roughly about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for an episode of Detroit Lions Weekly podcast. And then Saturday, there is a possibility I might be bringing in Pistons Center Court. And then Sunday, I am streaming the Lions game and the Sunday Night Football. And I'll be on the Gridiron Blitz's channel right after the 1 o'clock Lions game for the Detroit Lions post-game show. And then we'll be right back here on Monday Night Football. But with that being said, I wish you guys all the best. You guys are truly amazing. Ethan Dennis says, well, see you next time. Absolutely. I'm glad I was able to see you again, brother. Definitely don't be no stranger to the channel. I definitely love chatting with you, man. But with that being said, I definitely want to say have a nice night, and exactly what Dwayne Boatwright, what's up, says, definitely subscribe. But you guys have a wonderful night, and have a nice day. Troxel Sports Talk, and I'm out. Have a nice day, everybody.